From which city in the world are you watching this video today? If this story resonates with you, please consider subscribing to support more stories about the unseen sacrifices behind the uniform. The wide corridors of Westfield Shopping Mall were filled with the Saturday afternoon crowd. Families, couples, teenagers, everyone was enjoying their weekend shopping. Elena Vasquez sat at the security desk, having a monotonous Saturday shift. She had been working here for 8 years, and no one knew her real story. Elena was 34 years old, medium height, with dark hair. The security uniform felt comfortable to her because she had worn military uniforms for many years. But her personnel file simply read, Security Officer. No one asked about her past, and she never told. That morning, like always, she had started her early shift, checked security cameras, and reviewed the incident log. The stores hadn't opened yet, but cleaning crews and early employees were starting to arrive. At 10:30, store manager Johnson came running to the security desk. "Elena, we have an emergency. On the first floor, behind the electronics store, a suspicious package was found." Elena looked up. "What kind of package?" "Someone left it early this morning. Staff brought it to my attention because it's unclaimed and strange sounds are coming from inside." Elena's stomach twisted. Her military background always kept her alert. "Did you call the police?" "Yes, they'll be here in 10 minutes. Could you take a look too?" Elena stood up. "Let's evacuate the store. Safety first." When they went up to the first floor, the electronics store employees were standing anxiously at a distance. When Elena saw the package, her heart raced. A medium-sized black bag. No labels on it. And yes, faint ticking sounds were coming from inside. "Everyone move back," Elena said in a calm but determined voice. "At least 50 meters distance." "Elena, you're just a security guard," Johnson said. "Let's wait for the police." But Elena approached the bag. When she put her ear close to it, her heart stopped. That sound changed everything. This was an electronic timer. She had heard it hundreds of times in Afghanistan. "Mr. Johnson," she called out. No panic in her voice, but urgency was there. "What? Why are you?" "Don't argue. This is a bomb. Empty the building in 5 minutes." Johnson's face went white. Are you sure?" Instead of answering, Elena quickly ran to the security desk. When she opened her personal locker, Johnson watched in amazement. She pulled out a small toolbox. But these weren't ordinary tools. Wires, multimeter, special pliers, bomb disposal tools. "Elena, who are you?" Elena didn't answer. She returned to the bomb with her tools and crouched down. When she opened the bag's zipper, what she saw took her back to the past. C4 explosive, digital timer, complex wire network, professional work. And the timer showed 0843, 8 minutes 43 seconds. Elena took a deep breath. There was no familiar trembling in her fingers. This was her domain. This was her world. 15 minutes later, police units arrived at the shopping mall. Commissioner Rodriguez entered with emergency teams. The building had been evacuated, but they saw through security cameras that a woman was working next to the bomb. "Who is that woman?" Rodriguez shouted. "Get her out," Johnson nervously explained. "Sir, that's our security officer Elena. She was the one who realized it was a bomb, and she's acting like she knows this work." Rodriguez ran upstairs. He found Elena next to the bomb, kneeling, working with the wires. "Hey, what are you doing? Stay away from there." Elena didn't turn her head. "Commissioner, please exit the building. I know this work. You're just a security guard, stay back." But Elena was already crouched beside the bomb, examining the wires. The timer showed 0327. With 3 minutes left, no one knew she was Ghostwire, the legendary specialist who had neutralized 500+ IEDs in Afghanistan. "Commissioner," Elena spoke firmly this time, "this is RDX-based explosive. It has a tripwire system. If we make the wrong move, it explodes now. Your EOD team will arrive in 15 minutes. The bomb has 3 minutes. Rodriguez froze. How do you know these things?" Instead of answering, Elena rolled up her sleeve. On her arm was a small tattoo, a stylized version of the bomb disposal badge, and Ghostwire written underneath. "Dear God," Rodriguez stepped back. Are you Ghostwire?" Elena's hands didn't stop. She traced the red wire, disabled the tripwire. "Commissioner, please go outside. If this explodes, it takes you with it." Ghostwire was a legend. 2008-2015. "Are you really?" 502 IEDs, 73 car bombs, 12 suicide bombers. Elena counted automatically, her eyes on the bomb. "And now 2 minutes 18 seconds. Rodriguez backed away, but didn't leave the building. He opened his radio. "All units, there's a professional bomb disposal specialist in the building. Ghostwire coded operator. Do not interfere." Elena found the timer circuit. This was a complex system. 2 backup systems, anti-tamper protection. But Elena had seen this before. In Kandahar, in 2013, 90 seconds left. Elena found the cable connecting the main circuit to the backup system. This was the critical moment. If she cut the wrong cable, the bomb would explode instantly. 60 seconds. Her hands weren't shaking at all. Those thousands of hours in Afghanistan had prepared her for this moment. 45 seconds. She found the main cable. Blue wire. But this was a trap. The real control cable was the yellow wire, hidden behind the blue wire. 30 seconds. Elena isolated the yellow wire. But she paused for a second. There was something familiar about this bomb's design. That last operation in Kandahar. 15 seconds. Elena, Rodriguez shouted from outside. Elena heard her own voice. Trust yourself. Your ghost wire. 10 seconds. She cut the yellow wire. The timer stopped. Elena stood up from beside the bomb. Her legs were shaking, but she was confident in what she had done. The bomb had been neutralized. Rodriguez ran upstairs. Elena, you stopped it. Elena spoke quietly while packing her toolbox. Commissioner, when writing this incident report, please be careful. Some things should stay in the past. But your ghost wire, you're a legend. Why are you working here as a security guard? Elena stopped. Because the war is over. I'm just trying to return to normal. Rodriguez tried to understand. But your skills, why are you hiding them? Because I don't want to defuse bombs every day. I just want a normal life. At that moment, the EOD team arrived. The team leader was surprised when he saw the bomb's condition. This is professional work. Who neutralized it? Rodriguez looked at Elena. Elena just shrugged. Our security officer discovered it. She made it safe until you arrived. The EOD leader looked at Elena suspiciously. Ma'am, this bomb is very complex. It can't be neutralized without professional training. Elena smiled. I guess I was lucky. But the EOD leader was experienced. He looked at the techniques Elena used, the precision of the wire cuts. Ma'am, you must have done this work before. Elena didn't answer. She took her toolbox and returned to the security desk. The next day, Elena tried to return to normal, but it was no longer possible. The news had leaked to local media. Security guard defuses bomb. Questions began coming. Johnson approached Elena's desk. Elena, the press wants to interview you. No, but you're a hero. I'm just a security guard, Mr. Johnson. But that afternoon, an unexpected visitor came. A man in a suit with a serious face. He showed his FBI badge. Agent Collins, FBI. May I speak with Elena Vasquez? Elena's stomach twisted. Come in. Collins took her to the security office. Miss Vasquez, we want to gather information about yesterday's bomb. It was neutralized very professionally. I was lucky. Collins smiled. Elena Vasquez, your real name is Elena Rodriguez. Your former code name was Ghostwire. 2008, 2015 you neutralized 502 IEDs in Afghanistan. You left the military in 2015. Your records were classified. Elena remained silent. Why are you hiding it? Elena looked out the window. Because I'm not that person anymore. Yesterday's bomb has the same design as the ones you encountered in Afghanistan. Same signature, same manufacturing technique. This is not a coincidence. Elena turned. What do you mean? A terror cell has learned your techniques from Afghanistan. They were testing you. They're planning a bigger attack and wanted to see if you would intervene. Elena's blood ran cold. So, you might be a target, or part of a bigger plan. Collins placed a file on the table. Elena, we need you to stop this cell. Elena didn't open the file. I'm retired. Bomb disposal specialists don't retire. They just take breaks. That night Elena sat at home thinking. For 8 years she had tried to live a normal life. But the past had found her. The phone rang. An unknown number. Hello? Elena Rodriguez. Ghostwire. Elena's breath caught. The voice was electronically altered. Who is this? You neutralized yesterday's bomb. Impressive. What do you want? The next one will be harder. Let's see if you can succeed then too. The line went dead. Elena put down the phone, trembling. This was just the beginning. When she went to work the next morning, Johnson looked worried. Elena, FBI agents are looking for you. Collins was waiting with 2 agents. Elena, we need to talk. Is this blackmail? This is duty to country. Collins opened his tablet. On it was a map of the city. In the last 24 hours, 3 more suspicious packages were found in the city. All empty but all prepared with the same signature. Elena looked at the map. They're coordinating. Yes, and most likely their target isn't you. You were just the final test. Their real target. Collins drew a large red circle on the map. Tomorrow there's a big event downtown. 50,000 people will be there. Elena's face paled. Mass attack. According to our estimate, they're planning a coordinated bomb attack, at least 5 different points, and traditional EOD teams can't handle coordination of this complexity. Elena remained silent. Elena, 50,000 innocent people's lives are in danger. Only you can solve this complexity. Elena closed her eyes. That last day in Afghanistan came to mind. That terrible explosion. The friends she lost. I'm not that person anymore. Yesterday's performance says otherwise. Elena stood up. Give me 24 hours. That night Elena sat at home, looking at her old photographs. Her team members from Afghanistan. Rodriguez, Martinez, Thompson. They were all bomb disposal specialists. They were all friends. They had all died in that last operation. When Elena took off her uniform, she was the only survivor, and since that day, she had been trying to live a normal life, but now 50,000 people's lives were in danger. Elena pulled out her old belongings from the closet, full bomb disposal kit. She hadn't opened it for 8 years. While checking the equipment, the radio seemed to buzz. Rodriguez, Martinez, Thompson's voices seemed to come. Elena, you are our leader. Now you must be a leader too. Elena took a deep breath. Ghostwire was being reborn. The next morning, Elena went to the FBI office, but this time it was different. Not security guard Elena, but EOD specialist Elena Rodriguez. Collins, she said as she entered. Do you have a team? Collins was surprised. Elena's posture, voice, energy had completely changed. Yes, 6-person EOD team, 2 snipers, 4 agents for coordination. Not enough. Elena spread the city map on the table. They'll conduct 5 coordinated bomb attacks, simultaneously. This means we need to intervene at 5 different points at the same time. Impossible. No, just coordination is needed. Elena marked strategic points on the map. I'll take the most complex bomb. Distribute the other 4 points to your teams, but they'll all work under my command. Are you ready to lead? Elena looked at Collins. There was no fear in her eyes anymore. I'm Ghostwire. This is my job. The event day came. Elena was downtown, fully equipped, ear microphone, coordination equipment, bomb disposal kit, all teams, Ghostwire here, coordination starting. At 14:30, the first bomb was found. At the bus stop, Alpha team, I'm looking at your bomb. Don't cut the blue wire, there's a tripwire. At 14:45, the second bomb. In the parking area, Bravo team, RDX based, disable the timer, then proceed to the main circuit. At 15, the third bomb. At the metro station, Charlie team, this is complex, follow step by step. Elena's own bomb was the most complex. In the main event area, under the stage, 50 kilos of C4, complex timer system, 3 different trigger mechanisms. Delta and Echo teams, your bombs are connected. If one explodes, the other will automatically explode. We'll work coordinated. At 15:30, Elena started on the main bomb. This was the most complex design she had seen in Afghanistan. All teams, main bomb has a 6-minute timer. Your bombs are connected to the main bomb. If I stop the main bomb, they all stop. Ghostwire, too risky. If you make a mistake, I won't make a mistake. Elena found the main circuit, but this time there was something different. Inside the bomb, there was a small note. To Elena Rodriguez, I killed your friends in Kandahar. Now it's your turn. Minus, AB. Elena's hands trembled for a second. AB. Ahmad Bashir, the bomb maker from that last operation in Kandahar. But Elena took a deep breath. Rodriguez, Martinez, Thompson, this is for them. 4 minutes left. Elena isolated the main circuit, but this time there was a triple security system. She needed to cut 3 cables simultaneously. 3 minutes. All teams, I'm cutting the main cables. 3, 2, 1. Elena cut 3 different colored cables simultaneously. The timer stopped. All teams, bombs disabled. Operation successful. Elena stood up from the bomb. 50,000 people had been saved. Collins came running. Elena, you did it. Elena smiled. We did it. As a team. That night Elena was sitting at home, but she was no longer alone. The FBI had offered her a full-time consulting position. Elena, Collins had said, the country needs you. Elena looked at the photograph of her friends from Afghanistan. I accept, but with one condition. What is it? Ghostwire no longer works alone. I'll build a new team, and no one will be left alone. Months later, Elena was training her new EOD team, young talented specialists, and she taught them all the same thing. Bomb disposal isn't just technical work, it's courage, but most importantly, it's teamwork. None of us are alone. One day, after training, one of the young specialists asked, Instructor, is the Ghostwire legend real? Elena smiled. Legends are born from real people, but the real power is in the team that keeps them alive. Are you Ghostwire? Elena looked out the window. I'm Elena Rodriguez, and I'm your instructor. That's enough. But the tattoo on her arm was still there. Ghostwire, and Elena knew that when necessary, she would become Ghostwire again. Because some people do risky work so others can live, and Elena Rodriguez was the best of them. Thank you for watching this video to the end. From which city are you watching? Let us know in the comments, and if you believe stories like these should be heard by more people, don't forget to subscribe. Your support enables us to continue this mission. We are truly grateful.